Alright guys, I'm gonna do the rapid fire. Maybe we'll see. So, this tag, I am not sure who the original poster is, but I will post their video down below when I find it. And nobody tagged me, I tagged myself. Cause thug life, I do what I want. No, not really. I'm just new here. I don't know anybody, so I want to do book tags. I tag myself. Alright. Let's see. So, in this tag, you are supposed to answer these questions as quickly as possible without overthinking them, which I'm going to epically fail at, because if you could see my unedited videos, they're probably like 30 minutes of me going, shit, wait, what? I don't know, let me think. So, we'll see how this goes. First question, ebook or physical book? Both. While I really love the feel and smell of a physical book, sometimes I'm a lazy bum and I like to read in the dark. I like to read and eat. I like to read and drink. And if I spill a glob of something on my e-reader screen, I can wipe it off as opposed to permanently damaging my book. Also, I used to work in a place where people were just gross and people with colds would just come and just all over my book. I can sanitize the e-reader. I can't really sanitize paper. So, Next question. Paperback or hardback? Ooh. Physically, for bookshelf purposes, I like hardback, but I'm really not one to solely buy books pretty. I like to save money, so paperback. Paperback are cheaper. And they're not as, what's the word? They're not as cumbersome to carry around, so paperback. Online or in-store book shopping? I'm gonna have to say online book shopping for now, because while I do like going to the physical store and the smell of coffee and listening to music and possibly bumping into a cute guy while I'm shopping for books, when you're shopping online, you know, eventually they can recommend you books that you might have known where they came from. You can shop in privacy if you're reading something a little perverted. So for that reason, and also sometimes you can find cheaper prices. And if it's Amazon, it's 2-day shipping. Yeah. So I'll have to say online shopping. I'll go sit in a bookstore and read, or like in a book bar, because we have a book bar. It's awesome. But for shopping, online. Next question, trilogies or series? Series. The longer, the better. Some trilogies I feel like fall flat in the third book, because I feel like a trilogy was initially a single standalone novel and they were like, fuck it, stretch it for 2 more books. But a series, like Crest of Cole series, her Immortal After Dark series, or Sherilyn Kenyon's Dark Hunter series, I like that you can get reintroduced to the same characters, but the world is ever expanding. So definitely for me, series. Next question. Heroes or villains? Heroes. However, I do like those slightly ambiguous heroes where you're like, are you a villain? Or I especially like the ones where you thought they were villains and then it turns out that they were secretly fighting for the other side, or, you know, they were protecting someone or whatever, like Rhysand from A Court of Mist and Fury. I know y'all are probably tired of hearing the name of that book come out of my mouth, but whatever. Rhysand is my favorite, and he was one of those ones who started out kind of on the wrong side, as well as, I just had it. Well, like I said, I don't got it. Failed that one because I had to stop for a minute and think about it. Next question. A book you want everyone to read. I don't have a favorite standalone book. I have favorite authors. I think everyone should go right now and read Ilona Andrews' Kate Daniels series and Patricia Briggs' Mercedes Thompson series. They're both urban fantasy-ish. One is more specifically about shifters. The main character, Mercy Thompson, is a Native American coyote walker, and her husband is a shifter. And Kate Daniels, Alona Andrews, the Alona Andrews, Kate Daniels series. Kate is not a shifter, but her father is like some kind of, some kind of like god or something. I can't rightly explain it at the moment, but they live in like modern day Atlanta in a time where magic shifts. So magic will be up and then electricity will be up, but never at the same time. It's a pretty cool story. I'm probably butchering it, but it's really fucking awesome. Both of them, like, you definitely need to check them out. I also love series that are like more than 3 books and they have the same character and you get to see their romance progress. And it's a slow burn. It's not insta love. It's fucking wonderful. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Recommend an underrated book. I don't know on that one. I would probably have to go ahead and go with the Kate Daniels series again for that, just because it's the closest thing I can think of. The last book you finished. The last book I finished was... It was a historical romance novel. I just read it. It was by Patricia Quinn? Patty Quinn? Paula Quinn. Paula Quinn! That was her name. Really can't think of the name of the book, though. Failed that one, too. And I just finished it like an hour ago. Next. The last book you bought. The last book I physically purchased was Jude's Law by Laurie Foster. Yeah, because I got that from Target. That was the last book I bought. Everything else I had been downloading for forever ago, and they were just sitting on my Kindle, wasting money because I haven't got to them yet. But typically, if I pick up a physical book, I read it right then and there. Go figure. Next. Weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark. Squish toilet paper roll. Used books. Yes, no. Fuck yeah. They're cheap. They gotta be cute as long as the cover's not ripped off, as long as they don't smell like cat pee, as long as they're legible. And plus, I tend to like the older versions of copies before they've been modernized. Like all of Julie Garwood's books, even, Outlander's covers have all changed. I don't like the movie versions of covers, and I don't like, the ones where they take them and redo them to make them look more modern. I like the older ones from when the book first came out. Like if it's an 80s book, I like the 80s copy. Julie Garwood, Connie Mason. I don't like when they update the covers. So, I especially like used books, just if anything for that, even though I really don't care what the cover on the book is. If it's one of my favorite authors, I'll read it anyway. But, used books. Yeah, I'm here for it. Top 3 favorite genres. Romance. They're all romance. So, historical romance, urban fantasy, paranormal romance. I could say fiction, but that encompasses all of it. I could say romance, but that encompasses a lot. But those 3 are my favorite. Historical, paranormal, and urban fantasy. Love it. Borrow or buy? Buy. I don't like to borrow other people's books or library books. I'm very careful with them, but that's not the point. Just in case something freakishly happens, like my 70-pound boxer who thinks everything is a chew toy. Have my own. Characters or plot? Ooh. Plot, I think. Because I've read some books where the plot was awesome and the characters pissed me off. Like Shatter Me. Juliet drove me nuts. But the plot was good, so I kept reading it. Same thing with A Court of Thorns and Roses. Roses and Thorns. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yeah. Favorite in the first book, drove me crazy. Tamlin, fucking hated. Lucian, hated a lot. But I kind of liked the plot. I liked that it was a retelling. I kept going with it. And then thankfully I did, because that led me to A Court of Mist and Fury, which I am probably gonna read again here, like, today. I fucking love that book. Love it. Next. Long or short books. Long books. Because there's time for plots to progress logically. When you have short books and novellas, everything just goes fucking crazy. The characters fall in love in like 10 pages. Someone gets abducted and saved and kidnapped again, and plus something blows up. It's all this crazy shit in 60 pages, and there's no logical progression. Like longer books is smoother, but not too long, like Outlander fucking 5,000 page books that just drag. No. I like long books, but within moderation. Like, if it's a pretty good book, like Harry Potter. Which was the longest one? Was it Half-Blood Prince? No. Goblet of Fire? No. You know what I mean. Anyway, like those, didn't drag. Outlander, I can't read 900 pages, but can't do it. Next. Long or short chapters. Long chapters. I hate short chapters. I was reading Shatter Me like a week or so ago, and the freaking chapters are like a page and a half long, some of them. I can't stand to pick up a book like this thick and it has 100 chapters in it. Why? Why? That's not a logical cutoff. That's just stupid. It drives me crazy. I feel like it's a plot. What's the thing called? Shit. Whatever. I don't like it. I feel like it's one of those. Why can't I think of the word? 20 years later. Whatever. Next. Name the first 3 books you can think of. Court of Thorns and Roses, Court of Mist and Fury, Everneath by Brody Ashton. Just because I was talking about the first 2 and the third one is one of the ones I just read not that long ago. And it was a retelling and they just, yeah, whatever. Next. Books that make you laugh or cry. Books that make me laugh. I don't like to cry when I read. I cry enough in real life. No thank you. I just discussed this in my Unpopular Opinions book tag. I do not like sad, depressing, emotional books. That's why I read certain kinds of fiction. This is why I read paranormal. This is why I read fiction, period. I don't want to cry when I read. I just don't have enough shit to cry about in real life. Thank you. Sorry. Next. Our world or fictional worlds? Fictional. Fictional ones are so much cooler. Yeah. Fictional. I'm a sucker for shifters and fairies, fae, all that. Probably wouldn't want to meet them in real life, but definitely fictional. Fictional. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, but you have to find the right narrator, speaker, person on the mic. Yeah, but you gotta find the right person, the right voiceover, basically, because I used to could not stand audiobooks. They always put me to sleep, and one of Sherilyn Kenyon's books had a fucking fabulous narrator that I listened to when I went on a road trip, and I couldn't just, nobody could talk to me because I didn't pull the headphones out of my ears the entire time. I listened to like 11-hour book straight without stopping. It was... So, yeah, I do like audiobooks. You just gotta find the right person. So, yes, audiobooks. Next question. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Who doesn't? That's what makes you pick them up. Yes, I do. Next. Book to movie or book to TV? Ooh. Book to movie, maybe. I don't know. That's a hard one. Because book to TV... You can't see how everything plays out right then and right there. You have to wait like an episode a week. Book to movies, you can see how they did the whole book right then and there. But I'm still not really sure. Undecided. Because I tend to not like book to film adaptations, period. Anyway, but if I had to pick between the two, I still don't know. I guess movie. A movie or TV show you prefer to its book? Outlander. I keep saying this hands down all day, every day. I hated that book. It was dry as fuck. I'm sorry. It was. I know you all do not agree, but it's just dry. It's like reading the Odyssey in Latin. And I don't speak Latin. Well, no, that implies it was hard to understand. It wasn't hard to understand, and it wasn't like Shakespearean. It was just dry. I just couldn't. Like, it was just the narrative. It was just dry to me. I don't know a better way to say it. Just dry. Dry. Just dry. Dust. Dry. Next. Series or standalones? Series. I love when the story continue as long as possible. Not so long that it gets ridiculous, but definitely series. Series? Yes. Series. Next. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it. So this has been Rapid Fire Book Tag. Yeah, did I say that right? Rapid Fire Book Tag. So this has been, I guess I'm bored and these have not helped, but I guess I'm just in the mood to record. So I've been recording a lot of videos. I don't know if they're good or not, but whatevs. So I'm gonna cut this one off and do another one. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.